Sons and daughters of God, hello. It's Pastor Cathiana, pastor of Mission Gatherings Ministries, Inc. If you have not subscribed to my channel, Mission Gatherings, head on over there and subscribe, okay? We got some fun things happening over there. But I'm so happy to see you here on this channel, Coaching with Pastor Cathiana. And so today we're going to kind of live and hang around some lessons that I've gleaned from Matthew chapter 25. All right. So let's talk about when you are called, right? You're called, but God is taking his time with what he entrusts you with until he sees that you are faithful, right? Have you ever been through that? So imagine this. You're working as an associate pastor, you're working as an ADON, you're working in a lower level position, and then suddenly God promotes you. District pastor, senior pastor, DON. There are seasons where God places us in positions where we see problems but lack authority to change them. He does that on purpose. That can feel frustrating, even disempowering, but often those seasons are training grounds, not punishments. When God promotes, he doesn't do so casually, right? You didn't step into a DON role, a senior pastor role by accident. You didn't slip through the cracks, honey. And God did not entrust you with greater authority if you were incapable of stewarding it well. God does not promote people to expose them. He promotes them to entrust them. So Matthew 25, the weight of stewardship, right? In Matthew 25, Jesus tells the parable of the talents. Each servant receives responsibility according to their ability. That line matters. The master does not give the same assignment to everyone, but he expects faithfulness from everyone. The issue in the parable is not failure, it's fear-based paralysis. This is what the Lord was showing me in the scriptures. The servant with one talent didn't lose it. He didn't misuse it. He simply did nothing with it. And Jesus names the root clearly: fear. I was afraid, so I hid it. That's what he said, right, in the text. This is where leadership paralysis enters. So what is leadership paralysis? Paralysis is not laziness. It's not incompetence. It's fear dressed up as caution, okay? Paralysis says, what if I get it wrong? What if I overstep? What if I make a mistake? What if people resist? What if this exposes all of my weaknesses, right? In leadership, paralysis often shows up after promotion, not before it, because now decisions matter more. Mistakes feel heavier and weightier. Authority feels more visible, right? And fear whispers, don't move, don't do it, right? But Matthew 25 teaches us something sobering. Doing nothing with what God entrusted is not neutral. You've made a decision, honey, all right? Pride versus paralysis, two sides of the same coin. Here's a leadership truth many miss. Pride says, I don't need God. Paralysis says, God can't use me. Both center on self instead of stewardship. Healthy leadership, humility, says, God gave this to me, so I will act. I'll seek wisdom. I'll stay accountable and move forward, right? Even if you're scared. You're not called to be perfect. You are called to be faithful and responsive. So if God is entrusting you with a higher role, God does not entrust authority without preparation. All right. So your ADON season, your associate pastor season, that season where you were unseen, you were seeing systems clearly, recognizing gaps, feeling the weight of unmet needs, developing discernment without control. Now, as a DON, as a senior pastor, God is asking you to, he isn't asking you to know everything. He's asking you to move with him. not freeze without him, okay? Readiness does not mean mastery. It means availability and obedience, all right? So faith, here's the faith-based leadership principle. From Matthew 25, we learn faithfulness looks like movement, not perfection. Stewardship requires action, not hiding, okay? Fear that prevents action is not humility, it's mistrust. God is not asking you to save the system. He's asking you to faithfully steward your assignment today and every day. That's it. All right, so let me give you an action step to avoid paralysis because it's serious. Take one visible values aligned action within 72 hours. Not 10 changes, not a full overhaul, one faithful step. Movement breaks paralysis. Obedience restores confidence. All right? Remember this. Paralysis doesn't come from lack of ability. It comes from fear of responsibility. Faithful leaders move with God, not after certainty. All right? So, God did not elevate you to freeze you. He elevated you to steward influence with Him. The same God who opened the door will guide your steps. Trust that. Pray, protect me from pride and protect me from paralysis. Teach me to move in faith, not fear. That's it. That's all you got to do, beloved. But you can do this. If this teaching resonated with you, go ahead and head to my website, www.missiongatherings.com, and schedule a leadership coaching session with me today. You are not out of place. You have been entrusted. Take care, and I will see you next time.